All because you wouldn't bang a dog?
All because I wouldn't bang a dog and do this custom video request. So what happened was I met a girl on a cam site and she was very popular. Another BBW performer. Turns out she lives about an hour away from me. I live in Baltimore. She lives in a bordering state is what we'll say, because I don't want anybody to know who she is and send her any unnecessary attention. And I just loved her cam personality. She was just real, very, very similar to mine, but she had a big following and she had these people that were like really dedicated to her. And I'm a person with like crazy work ethic. And I respect people that have that same, like she got on cam the same time every day and she cammed for hours. And I just was like, oh my gosh, I admire her. So I went into her cam room, and one thing I've experienced is very few people are nice to you when you go into the cam room and they know you're a performer. And I went in there and I started tipping her, and she was real cool about it. And in fact, we just developed a friendship. We started talking online. We started going on cam together. We started pitting our fans against each other. We would do like tip wars and all kinds of stuff. So it became not only lucrative, but, we developed this friendship. And what I did not know is that she participated in some things that I not only don't agree with as a human being, but were a complete conflict to me as a person and definitely my online persona. But I didn't know at the time what this was, and I didn't realize my affiliation was going to get me wrapped up in the situation. So what happens is she decides, hey, I'm coming to your house. We're going to get together. Warning, be very careful who you invite into your home. I brought her to my house. We did some camming together. We shot some content together, and we had a blast. Like, her energy and like her as a person, we got along wonderfully, which is not very common sometimes. Like, I have a very high energy, ambitious personality that people are very intimidated by, and they just automatically think that I'm like, I don't know why they do that, but I digress. So she came a couple of times. In fact, she brought her husband, and her husband got along with my husband, and like everything was good. One day she shares with me that she sends fake videos to people who like bestiality. So I find out that a good portion of her fan base is in this community. Now, I don't condone it. I don't watch it. I don't know anything about it aside from the fact that it's highly illegal and it's very inhumane. But this is a huge game changer for me. I'm like, ooh. But at the time, I just was like, well, she's not doing it. So who could it possibly hurt, right?
Yeah, but wait, you said fake. What does that mean?
So
Like,
she would take stuff that was already on the internet from people that were posting it, and then she would just send it to these guys.
Oh, so they're real, but not from her.
Correct. She wasn't actually producing it, but she was making money from other people's content, which in itself is wrong. But I really came to that conclusion very early, and it did cause some issues with us. But where it became problematic for me was that one of the fans that she had sends me an email and asks me to do a custom video. And they're like, we want you to do this. So it never occurred to me that because she was participating in this bullshit, that somebody was going to just think that I was okay with it. And I didn't even answer. I didn't even respond to the email because I had that pearl clutch. What? You want me to do what? Like, hell no. So I just was like, I'm going to ignore that the email exists and keep going with my life. And we're just going to pretend that never happened, sweep it under the rug. And I really didn't know how to respond to that. And I was always told that if someone's stalking you, not to even engage with them because they're just looking for your attention. So I pass it by. Don't pay it any attention. Don't even think about it. And again, until I get another email about a week later, and it's literally doxing me, legal name, address, like And because I was camming under Mega Milf, they then bring up Platinum Puzzy. So now I'm really concerned because now this, like, if it was just the Mega Milf thing, I could shut that down and it would be whatever, right? But they know about my other stuff too. So I'm like, oh my gosh, my career is over.
All because you wouldn't bang a dog?
All because I wouldn't bang a dog and do this custom video request. So in the midst of this video, they tell me that if I don't produce the content, they're going to find content of someone who looks like me and put all my information on it and send it anyways. So I can either do the content or I can and I'm like, why would I don't understand, but whatever. I just was like, again, I'm not even going to pay this no mind, but it did scare me because they know my address, they know my name.
Fuck yeah.
They're
Jesus Christ.
threatening to go to the police, which I couldn't imagine what I would have done wrong, but we live in a time where all people got to do is call the police. And once you get wrapped up into a case, whether you're innocent or guilty doesn't matter. Like, things just go left. So I'm petrified. I'm not a big crier normally, but I'm literally crying because I'm like, my life literally is exploding in front of my face. And I didn't put two and two together at first, but eventually it was like, it was obvious, like, why else would these people even know who I am? So it's actually still ongoing. This is since 2016, so it's almost been 10 years. They come back about once a year. And I mean, what I will say is this, and the reason why I bring it up, the collaboration part, you got to be careful. Know what kind of content these people are doing, and if it's things that you don't agree with, don't get involved. Because you will get their fan base, you will get their psychos, you'll get all the stuff that comes with it. It isn't worth the money. Luckily, I never took any money from anybody from that community, but, well, that I know of, not for those things. I mean, they could have tipped me just off of GP, but, it's just a bad situation to be in. Beyond that, the real message is this. When you're being blackmailed, or if you have people that are coming to you and making you feel like, what I experienced, I have never responded to them. And in my case, I've been very lucky. Nothing has actually come to fruition. PETA has not come to my door. The police have not come to my door. And they have not done anything outside of just continuously sending me emails. And they did put out the video with my email address on it and all my social media information and whatever. And there was a time I was getting hundreds of emails a day asking me to do this content. And randomly, from time to time, I'll get something that's like, hey, I saw you on Zoo something, can you do a video for me? And I just ignore it and keep it pushing. But I say that to say that the internet is a dangerous place. So, oh gosh, that's my husband. I didn't respond to his text. So he's like, hello.
That's fucking insane.
You got to be careful. Please protect yourself. And I tried to get the police involved and the FBI involved, but there's so much internet crime happening that a cam girl being stalked is not top priority. And since then, I've been working on some sort of like nonprofit organization that helps people that are like cam performers who are going through this, whether it's someone they know or someone they don't know or whatever the case may be. I'm lucky that I have a support system that brought me back to, being able to be myself and not get sucked into this situation. But a lot of people are adversely affected. I will say it did affect my mental health. And I want to create an organization that comes in, gets the FBI or, some sort of government agency involved, and helps you to feel a little bit more safe, gives you tips and resources that you can, protect yourself and set you up with a free VPN or whatever the case may be. Like, I haven't gotten that far yet. But I do think it's important that online performers have somewhere to go to get comfort or just to be able to express themselves to someone. You go to your family and they're like, well, I told you so. What did you think was going to happen?
Yeah, exactly. Well, thanks. Oh, that helps. That helps so much. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on our social media below. And if you like our content, Become a YouTube member or join our Patreon to get special perks like members-only videos and live streams, insider info, our private Discord, and much more. See you fly honeys on the next video.